Thank you for tuning into Iris Inspires TV. We will be starting in a few minutes. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share with others. Get comfortable, and let's have a real talk about real experiences, leaving you real.
Iris inspires, center of empowerment. Just breathe. Iris inspires, center of empowerment. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe.
Hi, I'm Iris, founder of Center of Empowerment. I empower, MEANT, Inner Power Purpose. People ask me, why is it spelled that way? That's because we're very intentional and committed about building bridges of hope that goes beyond solutions for families and individuals that are in transition. And we do this by impacting the 4 pillars of life: inner power, purpose. As many of you know, that we are committed to leaving a legacy that will live way beyond Iris, okay? And so we need your help. We need your help as a peer group support leader for our love group sessions that are held every Saturday. Healthy, safe, brave community spaces for connection, care, and shared healing. This is not therapy. This is love in action. And so we're calling on all compassionate volunteers for just 1 hour on Saturday to lead our support groups. You might be thinking, I'm not ready for that. I'm still grieving myself. I'm still going through the battles of being a caregiver. You're the perfect person. What you will find in you sharing and being your authentic self, that it not only impacts others, it will impact yourself. So the role of a volunteer for the love group session, peer group supports leader, is to help create emotionally safe spaces, offer compassionate listening, support guided group dialogue, and uphold confidentiality. It's just that simple. And another nugget: we don't throw you out there by yourself. We partner with you until you're comfortable, until you get your rhythm and how to lead the support group. So make sure you click that QR code that's right there. I believe it's at the right of your screen, or maybe the left, but it's a QR code. If you scan it, it will take you directly to the application. Who should apply? Empathetic, reliable, heart-centered. All backgrounds are welcome. Experience is helpful, but is not required, because we are going to train you and teach you in the Coin PM Center of Empowerment system, the way we do it, okay? Blessings, and I hope to see you partner with us. Are you ready to serve? Come on, sign up and volunteer today for the peer group support leader. Can't hear me. There you go. Can everybody hear me okay now? Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight on this beautiful Thursday night? We got Inglewood, Colorado in the house. We got Pomona, California in the house. Yes, I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining us. This is week 3. We're going to give a few more moments. I just sent out some messages to let everybody know that we are live. If you know of someone that might be interested in joining us live, please let them know. Send them the link. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I am really honored to be with you guys tonight. I am not 100% tonight, so I'm not going to lie to you. we're not going to be here long. We're not going to drag it out. I want to take some time. So you're going to see what I have been teaching in action tonight from yours truly tonight. Okay. What we've over the last few weeks, we've been asking a lot of questions, and we've been unpacking and understanding what is sacred pause and what it means in the area of advocating for self, um, resilience. What is that? What does it look like as we are in our world is it facing many challenges, and how we show up even in that, right? So um, sacred pause is not an inactive word. It is not an inactive action. It is an action word filled with possibility. So what we may do, depending on who all comes on, I may put the link in the chat where you can come in and come up and share with me what you have gotten up to this point. Okay. Don't forget that we are still in the process of looking for peer support group leaders for our love groups on Saturdays. This month, it said that we have it every Saturday. This month, we have not been having it every Saturday because yours truly has been busy with events and book signings and different things that I've been having been committed to and or have had commitments. I've been fully booked, and I'm grateful for it. This is a good thing. This is not a bad thing, which is why we need more support in that area. And so we are. Don't forget, if you haven't applied already, please apply. If you have applied, we do have your application, and it is being presented, and you will be contacted for the next steps and phases of what we're going to be doing. Also coming up, can y'all believe we at the end of January? We're at the end of January 2026. Time ain't waiting for nobody. It is moving. How has your January been? You want to put it in the chat for me? How has your January been thus far? How has it been going? Yeah, what has been happening? I know you've been showing up here. And so just how do you feel today with the climate of everything and with what you've been learning here in this environment, taking it back, adding it to what you already know, confirming in your life what you already know, and then expanding and revealing and discovering more about yourself as we are equipping ourselves to not only fight and survive, but to live and thrive and to leave a legacy for those that are coming up behind us and moving forward, right, in the face of adversity. We're going to be talking about that tonight, moving forward in the face of adversity. That was one of my first books that I ever wrote from a workshop that I conducted way back in the 80s, y'all. And the name of that book is Moving Forward in the Face of Adversity. Is not too hard, just be it. Not do it, but be it, because as we are being it, we do the do. And oftentimes we are busy, which is where that toxicity comes in. We are so busy doing that we're not even recognizing who we are being, how we're showing up in our lives for others, and etc. All right. All righty. Okay. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to take a deep inhale and exhale and get present in the moment right now. All righty. So you guys know I like to rock it out. Make sure that your feet are planted on the ground. You're sitting up. You're comfortable. You're in a comfortable space. You're going to put your right hand over your heart, your chest. You're going to put your left hand over that, and you're just going to notice your breath. Yes, you can close your eyes and you can look at me. Whatever feels comfortable for you in this moment. I'm not asking you to do anything but just notice your heartbeat. Notice your chest. Notice your heart. Is it beating fast? Is it beating slow? How has the day been? How you breathing? How you living? How you speaking? How you loving? How are you expressing the difficulties that are showing up in your life? As we breathe in this moment, as we allow ourselves to be still and bring our mind, our soul, our body, our physicality, our thoughts into this moment, we ask the creator of all life that has given us this breath, come on and breathe. That reminds us that we are created in the very image and after the likeness of the creator of all life. That means God, the creator, is so vast that he created me different than you and you different than the rest of the world. And yet said, we are in his image and after likeness, both feminine and masculine. Balance, whole and complete. Nothing missing and nothing broke. Filled with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's at the root and at the core of who we are. It's just been covered. Yes, breathe. With responsibilities, with attachments, unalignments that has not reflected the queendom, the kingdom in us. Come on and breathe. And so in this moment, as we are in week 3 of Sacred Pause, as we understand that it is an activity, it's an action, it's an advocacy, it is a resiliency. We step into this moment, in this hour, at this time, for the revelation of what you have for us today. And it is so. Come on, take a deep inhale. Hold. And exhale. Take another deep inhale. Stretch, 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 stretch. Hold. And on the count of 4, 2, 3, and 4, exhale. Yeah. Inhale. Hold. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Yeah, there it is. That felt good. How you feel? How you feel? Did you need that? Did you need that breath? Did you need that pause? I know I did. Like I said, you guys, I'm not at 100%. I had the unmitigated gall to eat something today that did not agree with my system at all. At all. And because of that, I'm going to honor and acknowledge where I am physically. And I'm not going to overextend and overpush myself. So that's what I mean when you're going to see it in action. Over the last few weeks, we've talked about Sacred Pause. We've talked about several areas of acknowledging self. And this week, we left you last week. Let me back up. We left you last week with what has my body been carrying that I may have learned to call resilience. So we distinguished what was the difference between toxic resiliency and healthy resiliency. And so after going through and unpacking that, if you have not seen that, if you haven't sat with it, if you haven't watched it, I encourage you to rewatch week 1 and 2 because we're building on it. And as we're building, we are getting revelation and discovery and awareness and aha moments, right? So what those of you that are here with me live, what has your body been carrying that you may have learned to call resilience? Anybody want to put in the chat? I know for me, one of the things is pushing no matter how I feel. Pushing when my body's saying it's tired, when my body's saying it's not feeling well. Sometimes, or I have done something that has I haven't paid attention. I didn't trust. Remember, we talked about trusting ourselves. And I really this week, I shared with you guys that I was going to tell you. One of the things I got really present to this week was not trusting myself. Not trusting when the Holy Spirit within me is speaking to me directly and giving me the direction of what to go, what to do. Or even if I feel like I don't know what to do and I get that unction in my spirit not to do something and I go past it, it's because I am not trusting myself. And so then I did the inquiry of where did not trusting myself come from? Where did not trusting myself come from? And where it has come from for me is that I've been conditioned to believe, number one, I don't have the mind of God. I don't have the mind of the creator of all life, right? Because I can't have the mind of God, but yet I know for a fact I cannot love myself and not love God. So that is in conflict. So when I am in conflict with trusting myself, trusting God, I choose out of anxiety, anxiousness, fear, right? Yeah, we have peace for our hey, lady, she has here. Yes, that is me pushing myself beyond my capacity or bandwidth, right? I don't stop my doing until I feel physical pain and discomfort. That's the one right there. What is it that we don't stop until we have physical pain and discomfort? Physical pain, emotional pain, and or spiritual pain. We go beyond it. When I tell you this week, I've had 4 experiences this week, and today's Thursday. That means it's been every day this week. I've had an experience with that right there. Feeling like I have to do it all, not asking for help is a sign of weak. Feeling like not asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's that right there. We got to, we talked about that in the very first one. We bring home bacon fried up in the pan. First, we cut it off the cow. Then we skin it. Then we put it in the skillet. We fry it. We chew it. We feed it. We clean it. We do it all, right? And we don't ask for help because it's a sign of weakness. It's a sign of inadequacy because we are supposed to be strong and able to do it all. Where did that come from? When our body is showing and telling us otherwise. We've seen the other thing, if we be honest with ourselves, I know particularly for women, I can't speak for the men, but I can speak for the women, for the feminine energy, and for the I can speak for masculine energy too, because when I think about my dad, he worked. We used to laugh because we would say, if they were to ask us, well, was he complaining about anything? Did he say anything? We would say, no, nothing was wrong. He was getting up, going to work every day, like clockwork, right? Because we have been conditioned to believe not to honor our physical body, not to honor what we are feeling. It is a sign of weakness. And pain, no gain, that we have to hurt, that we have to feel some kind of discomfort. And so I submit to you that it is a generational thing that has come from the transatlantic slave trade as it pertains to the American African community. It has come from that and how we have had to push no matter what. That's why we have made the statements even in this climate. We know how to survive. We will survive. Yes, we do survive. And we shift and change, shape-shift and change history. But the question we have to ask ourselves now is, how are we going to shift and change history? How are we going to move forward? Are we going to repeat the cycles again? Are we going to do, and we're going to teach by example how we are honoring ourselves, how we're honoring our life? I want to pause right now, and I want to honor Miss Shelley. I know some of you may have heard, I don't have her picture to put up right now. She was out of Compton, California, 58-year young woman that was found in her home after a wellness call. Her nonprofit was Beauty and, what is it? Guys might know. You can put it in the chat. Beauty and Streets. That's what it was. Beauty and Streets, and she fed the homeless. And I put up her video on my Instagram page and on my Facebook page because she was sharing how she's the one that gives, right? She gives. She does. She goes. And she's the one that encourages everyone. And I guess she was MIA for a little bit, so people was reaching out to her, and to receive the love and the care from people meant so much, because when you are doing community work as such as I, or your work and your commitment is to support, help, uplift, encourage, inspire, and shift the trajectory of those around you. Oftentimes, many people think that you're okay, so they don't check on you. And it can be a very lonely road, right? She talked about that. And so I know you guys have seen posts where check on the strong ones. Check on the ones where it looks like everything is always all together. Check on those that seem to have the Energizer bunny that can keep going and don't ever stop. Like, where are they getting the energy from to keep going? So I want to honor her. Honor her. I want to honor her spirit and soul, her tenacity, and honor the work and the legacy that she did leave. I don't know all her ins and outs. I know she had a very traumatic history. I think she had lost her son, she had lost her husband, so she had a lot of trauma. And I would want to know, I would venture to believe, that's that heart chakra, that heaviness in our heart when it sits. We talked about this last week. It sits in pockets in our body, right? And we don't acknowledge it. That's where the pain, the discomfort, the sinuses, the arthritis, inflammation. I'm taking these bracelets off because they dingling too much. Arthritis and all those kinds of things are showing up in our body because they're held in the pockets. The inflammation is held in our body, in our heart chakra, in our stomach chakra, in our back, in our knees, in our ankles. Someone asked me today, what does it mean when your ankles are swollen? I said, do you have high blood pressure? They said, I've been diagnosed with that. And why do our community have so much high blood pressure? What part of it is the stress level that our bodies, we've been trained to carry? Breathe. We have been trained to carry stress to the point that when it comes to going to a doctor, a medical physician, and we talk about pain, it's often like it's no big deal because the expectation is that we can carry the pain, the weight. Come on and breathe. But I submit to you, no. This is where we fight. We say no more. And it's not a sign of weakness, laziness, or none of the words that go along with no. All right. That was good, Arnita. Anyone else? What has your body been carrying that you have learned to call it resilient? What has your body been carrying? When you don't feel good, your head is hurting, you pop a pill and you keep going. You don't sleep good. You don't rest good. We drink a cup of coffee, get up and keep moving. We don't stretch. We don't meditate. We don't necessarily pray. We pray on the move. We meditate on the move. We don't even take 5 minutes because we're going. We got somewhere to be. And we're behind the gun. Got to get there. But tonight, as we're talking about releasing what is not yours, the stress, the heaviness, the weight. I had someone that used to tell me that I carried so much. When are you going to let, I think it was the globe. What was that? I forget the character that had the weight of the world on them. Shoulders, just heavy, tense, knotted up. And we become accustomed to it. What are you carrying that's not yours? It is somebody else's responsibility. And it's anger, it's frustration, it's some type of knot that we have been unable to release. So it's building up toxic fumes in our body. Anybody want to have any comments on what we're talking about here? How do we now release what is not ours? How do we now release what is not ours? How do we release, if it's not ours, how to release? I know a lot of what's going on in the political climate. They say, Black folks, this ain't our fight. We told them, we warned them, and they did it anyway. We need to sit back and watch. And I'm not saying that's true or untrue. What I am saying is that regardless to how you fight, because we are fighting in this war, how you fight, it is showing up. Is it showing up as a resistance? Okay. Or is it showing up as a healing, of release? How is it showing up? How are we resisting? How are we resisting? How are we fighting? How are we advocating? Alrighty? We have to ask ourselves these questions. We hold responsibilities that we no longer feel responsible for, commitments that we have. We talked about this last night, where we have adjusted we don't want to do it no more. Not only do we not want to do it anymore, it's one thing to not want to do it anymore, and it's another thing when the bandwidth and the physicality or the level, you've been carrying that level of stress for a while, and it's now time to back off of it, right? It's now time to shift, because all of us carry a little more than other times, but it should not be the entire span of our life where everything is stress, heavy, a push, a pull, right? Any comments in the chat? Any comments in the chat? Releasing is not abandonment. It doesn't mean you're abandoning a person, an assignment, or a commitment, especially if you communicate it. It is abandonment if you don't communicate. I've had that experiences. When you don't communicate, because now you create unnecessary friction because of the lack of communication. When we don't share where we are, what we're feeling, what we're experiencing. The other person may be feeling and experiencing the same thing, actually, or in the situation, or there may be a workaround to relieve some of the burden, right? But when we have started a certain way and we continue in that, and we don't open our mouth and we don't say something, it begins to create resentment, frustration, okay? And all of those things, resentment, frustration, disappointment, anxiety, creates the release of toxins in our physical body, which affects our emotional body and ultimately our spiritual body. Releasing is not abandonment, it's alignment. It is alignment. So what do I mean? Mind, body, and spirit. In the Bible, biblical scripture talk, Job said he was of one mind, singularity, one mind, body, spirit, and nothing could be withheld from her. So even when you see the different examples of unity, so we talk about unity of the mind, the body, and the spirit, the soul, body, and spirit, when it's in alignment and unity, right? Nothing can be withheld from you. You can't be taken out of your center, out of your harmony, out of your clarity, out of your purpose, out of your yes and your no, of what you commit to, right? What you don't commit to, how you utilize the breath of life, your words, your breath, your life. What are you giving life to? Breathe. All righty. Any comments? In the chat, share with me in the chat what you're thinking, what you're getting, what you're sensing, what are you discerning, what are you noticing about yourself? What have you noticed that has been an inherited commitment, an inherited way of showing up, right? We have been given tools. We have been given tools to operate. And I've been operating and sharing with you guys a lot of the breath work, right? The breath work, the meditation, the prayer. What is prayer? What is meditation? Prayer is affirming. It's an inquiry. It's a declaration of what is we are in alignment with. Okay, so if I am in alignment with the upward progressive move of life, if I am in alignment with the creator of all life, if I am in alignment with the breath of God, when he breathed the breath of life in me, I became a living soul. That means my mind. I have the mind of God, right? And I can trust the discernment that I get in my spirit, the quickening, the unction, right? Some call it the third eye, that gut feeling. I can trust it. And I don't have to second guess it. because I am in alignment. I'm not operating in false humility, pretending I'm something I'm not, acting like I'm humble about something I'm not. And I can acknowledge I did that. And now I'm doing this. Okay? Honor yourself. When you honor yourself, you honor others. You honor your extension. You honor your seed. You honor the word. You honor your breath. Honor yourself. You honor the God in you. It is, come on, it is impossible for you say with your mouth you love yourself or that you love God and you don't love yourself. Love is commitment. What are you committed to? I'm going to say this to you too. There are all aspects of love. There are different kinds of love. And, we can go through the Greek meanings and all of that. I'm not going to do all that tonight. I don't think that's necessary. I think the important thing to remember, love is your commitment. What are you committed to with your breath? What are you committed to? Get honest. What are you committed to? Are you committed to chaos? Sometimes you are. Are you committed to telling folks off? Getting them straight? Are you committed to peace? And peace sometimes means there is chaos before you get to the peace. Are you committed to wholeness, completeness? What are you committed to? What am I holding that is from those that have gone before me, right? That I have discovered is not healthy behavior, but I'm holding on to it because it is a tradition and a ritual that I am accustomed to, that my physical body, my mental body, my emotional body is accustomed to. So I do it, although I am in conflict with the ritual and the tradition. That one. Come on and breathe. Why are you afraid to let it go? Why are you afraid to redefine it? Why are you uncomfortable with redefining it? Looking at it again, elevating it. I promise you that those that have gone before us have left things for us. They survived. I said this and somebody said, no, they didn't. Jesus survived. He died and lived for. See, that's somebody who's not understanding what I'm saying. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about those on before us, right? That survived the worst of the worst times, some of the most atrocious situations and circumstances, violent abuse and attack on physical, mental, and spiritual body, right? They survived it so that today we can live and elevate. What are your standards? What are you elevating to? Breathe. Yes. Release what is not yours. We have adopted a lot of things that don't have nothing to do with us or our relationship with God. That one. It feels good sometimes in a moment, and sometimes in a moment it don't feel good. It's just something we do because this is what we do, and we've been told that's what we do, and we've been doing it for years, and so we're going to keep doing it. And it ain't affecting change and helping anything. It's stagnant, no growth. And what do you know about what happens when we don't grow? What happens when we don't grow? You got the mess we're living in right now. That one. While I'm talking about this, I want you to go ahead and put in the chat what's coming up for you. What are you thinking? How do we relate? How do we respond? How do we breathe? How do we rest? Over time, this holding can blur the line between care and overextension, compassion and depletion. The lines get blurred, right? And when we're caregivers, sometimes the line do get blurred. And that's because of the nature of being a caregiver. Some of our jobs, our professions are caregivers. And so we extend beyond the normal, right? Because of the nature of what our job, our profession, our care for either be a professional or for family and loved ones, right? And then we have what we're in. This is the last Thursday of the month. And it's ironic because on the last Thursday of the month, we normally talk about grief. And so grief is a part not to acknowledge grief, not to acknowledge the pain, the discomfort of pain, the uneasiness of pain, the sadness of pain. Today was a 1-year anniversary of Sonia Mason, when she was murdered in her home by the police 1 year ago today. But to not, or unalive, we're not supposed to say that other word when we're live. At any rate. When she was unalive 1 year ago today, acting like that didn't happen. And from what I hear is that the person, the officer, was sentenced to 20 years. 20 years, but to act like that is not happening. To act like the things that are going on is not existing. It's a disservice, and it's not honoring who we are. One of the reasons why when we look at the story of Jesus, before he went to the story as it is told in the Bible, before he was betrayed and had to go to the cross, he went away, if you remember, to pray and meditate. And he took those that was attached to him, that when I say attached to them, the disciples, the ones that was following him, his closest, his posses, his inner circle, he took them with him so that they could prepare for what was ahead, because he knew that it was going to be a tough situation, right? And so we have been somewhat in a preparation, and we're in a window of preparation now for what is to come, because it's coming. We're seeing little bits of it, right? We're seeing things that maybe in our lifetime we've never seen like this before. And more is coming. So what are we doing so that we have the mental fitness and stamina? Breathe. What are you holding that's not yours mentally? That ain't yours. That's not your responsibility. But what is your responsibility? What is your responsibility? You got to ask yourself that. What is your responsibility? Arnita says, honor myself in stillness and being grateful before I start my day, rushing to do an accomplished task. Okay. That's what you're aware of. Yes. Yes. And even throughout the day, we have to pause. We have to pause. I had to do it today. I had to pause. Last night I had to do it. I had to stop. What I was doing, there was no sense in me pushing to do anything, any more work. We keep pushing. It was like, this is a mess. And what I'm going to do is be upset because I'm not getting anywhere. Let me go ahead and go to bed. And when I wake up, I'll be refreshed and I can go at it again. Excuse me. And that's what I did. And when I woke up about 4 a.m., I was ready to rock and roll. Right? Yes. You have the power to choose, to define, to orchestrate. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. We've all heard that, right? And what that simply means, ladies, women, queens, that this here has the power to plant seed, and we water it with this here. We water ourselves and we water everything around us. We fertilize it. Yes, we get to fertilize it. All righty. Any other comments? I pray that you have received. I share with you my aha moment this week is what has been that I was still short-circuiting my trust factor. And when I short circuit my trusting, what I'm getting in my spirit, 10 times out of 10, I put myself in a compromising situation. This week, the beauty was, as I was getting myself all worked up about what I felt was disappointing, I took a deep breath and said, okay, everything is in divine order, even with this. What are you teaching me? What are you teaching me about me, and what is it for me to teach? What is the teachable moment in this? What do I need to embrace? What do I need to share? What do I need to eliminate? Show me. And I had to get still. And I had an encounter and I had a remembrance. The many times my mother got into a lot of trouble because she made commitments based on a commitment that was given to her. Somebody committed something to her, and based on that committed, she made a commitment to someone else before she had received the commitment here. And what happens is when you do that, it looks like you're falling through. So the lesson is, what's the lesson? What do you guys think the lesson is? The lesson is hear, okay, receive, appreciate, but don't do any commitments up in here until this has been fulfilled. Yeah. Otherwise, you put yourself in a compromising situation. Yeah. That's the lesson for me. I got it in boxcar letters. Now, that lesson has come to me before, but it was something different this week. You know, you can understand something, right? You can be clear about something. You can articulate it. You can spiritually intellectualize it, emotionally be clear, and all of it, and still repeat it again. Because that don't mean nothing, understanding it. Don't mean nothing. Can you apply what you've learned? Can you activate it in your life so that it becomes a living action, producing and manifesting, right, the divine purpose and order of your life? That's what separates the lesson, the aha moment. Aha, okay, I got it. So what? Now what? What are you going to do with it? Breathe. We're talking about releasing what is not yours. We're talking about paying attention what the body is telling us, showing us, revealing to us, what we know in our spirit, what we know in our gut. And sometimes we ask ourselves, am I overthinking? Probably yes. Am I afraid of something? Yeah, probably so. So then the question becomes, what am I afraid of? Am I afraid or am I scared? Because it's unfamiliar territory. I believe it's two different things. What is not yours? That's what we're talking about. Releasing what is not yours. What are you holding on to? What ritual, what tradition, what behavior, what habit, what commitments, what alignments, what relationships are you holding on to? Come on, breathe. That is no longer serving anybody involved. Everybody exhausted that's involved in it. Nobody wants to do it, but nobody wants to say it because nobody wants to have a clear communication where a solution can come out of that manifests effective behaviors that is needed so that the feelings of frustration and anger and all that is not there. All righty. Let the answers continue to come without pressure. Let the body lead you. Pay attention. Don't ignore. Drink your water. Hydrate. Close your devices down. Go to bed. Sit with your children. Have a conversation. Sit with your spouses. Just listen. Hold each other. Breathe. Listen to your body. Watch the tension of what is not yours begin to evaporate. Release. Let go of judgment, judging everything. Everything's wrong or right. Some things we have no answers for. in our frontal lobe, as my son would say. There's no answers in our frontal lobe. It requires us to be still and accept. It requires, the answer is acceptance, not trying to force it and shift it to be something else. It's acceptance. Acceptance is not failure. Acceptance is not rejection. Acceptance is not abandonment. Acceptance is not being faithless, pivoting. You've been doing it for 5, 10, 15, 20 years and it's not producing nothing. It's time to let that go. What does it mean to let go? Release it, eliminate it. No. I'm saying yes to me. I'm saying yes to my rest, my peace of mind. I'm saying yes to my family. I'm saying no to my family. I'm saying yes to me. All right. Any comments? Anybody want to come on the stage and share anything? Anything you got to say? Yeah, I'm feeling physically better. So I'm grateful for that. I'm feeling physically. I knew that would happen. But I'm still going to honor self, and I'm going to honor the space, and I'm going to honor the time, and I'm going to honor my body, and I'm going to honor what's showing up for me in this time. I want you to please, 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 please make sure that you go to our website and check out what we have. We have our Coin PM Africa, which is under the center of our not-for-profit organization. We have that. We've been blessed to do some wonderful things. Go check it out and consider how you may be able to participate in that. If you got anything out of tonight and you say, I want you to keep going, we want you to stay encouraged, we want you to stay focused, we want you to keep, because we need this. At the bottom down there, you'll see ways that you can give. Cash App, Iris Inspires, Venmo, Iris Inspires, or you can go to irisinspires.com and or Zelle. You can just reach out to me and you can Zelle. I asked. I did it. You hear me, mentor? I did it. I asked. If you need counseling, coaching, support, we's here for you. Okay, don't hesitate. Don't forget to like and share. Do not forget to like and share. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Share this content with someone that you know will be blessed by it. That will bless their spirit and bless their heart. I am going to share something. Well, I'm trying to decide. Did anybody have any comments that you wanted to put in the chat? Any comments you want to put in the chat before I do this last thing I want to share with you guys? Anybody got anything you want to put in the chat? This is the QR code for the peer support group. Okay. That's what's over there, right there. That's for the peer support group. This is the QR code for Coin PM Africa. That's the new QR code for Coin PM Africa. Yeah. And we don't want you to forget to like and subscribe. All righty. If there are no comments, I pray that something has been said to uplift your spirit, to cause you to be still and remember who you are as queen, who you are as king, who you are as daughter, who you are as an heir to this grand universe that has been given to us by the creator of all life. When the breath of life was given to us, and we became a living, active soul, mind, thinking being, right? With authority to speak and declare as the creator of life did, showed us how to do it. We speak, we say, and then say it is good. It is healthy, right? It is healthy, it's resilient in healthiness. It faces the challenge, walk through the challenge, and then releases the challenge. We don't hold it in our body. We don't hold false expectations, making it real. Fear. We choose from the bucket of faith, the Holy Spirit, the power within. God must be feminine and masculine because I'm here. And I am created and you are created in the image and after the likeness of the creator of all life. That has nothing to do with gender. It has everything to do with power. Yeah, you got that? Power. Let this mind, let this thinking, let this processing, let this alignment, let this energy be in you, which was in every manifester that's come before you, every leader. Sojourner Truth, Malcolm X, Martin Luther, Harriet Tubman, Nina Simone, Fannie Lou Hamer, the unnamed at the bottom of the ocean. Let this mind, let this strength, let this wisdom, let this knowledge, let this understanding be in you, which was also in the Christ mind, the Christ. It is in me, in you, in us. We are the very essence of God in the earth. How we going to show up? How we going to show up? How we going to move? How we going to groove? How we going to breathe? How we going to live? How we going to love? How we going to be? You, I, we are the very essence of the creator of all life. Will I pause and honor? Will I pause and honor the great I am that I am? I am enough. I am more than enough. I am whole and complete, nothing missing, nothing broke. I am. Who are you? You're more than son, daughter, mother, wife. Who are you? Who are you at your core? How are you showing up? Who you being before you do? Come on, breathe. Let the tingling tangles, the energy remind you that your power, as you're harnessing it, as you're clarifying it, as you're defining it, as you're moving in it, and you're releasing the tension in your shoulders and your back, and you are saying yes and trusting your gut, your discernment, what you hear, what you see, and then you're speaking the oracles of the creator of all life to yourself, to your children, to your family, to your community. You're a shapeshifter. I am that I am. Honor your breath. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there. Honor your breath and just breathe. It's not coming up. I'm trying to get it to come up. Go ahead and put in the chat if you have something you want to share. Put it in the chat. I am not going anywhere, but I want you to continue to breathe as you are listening to this.
My will with divine order, and I claim what is already mine in the spiritual realm. It flows to me now, without struggle, without delay, in grace and overwhelming abundance. And so it is. I declare every door of favor swings open, every necessary resource reveals itself. Blessings pursue me, overtake me, and overflow, because I am in divine alignment. I walk by faith, not by sight. My spoken word shapes my reality, setting miracles into motion. I I transform every obstacle into an opportunity. Every setback becomes a divine setup. Overflow meets me at the perfect intersection of grace and timing. Wealth locates me through alignment, not struggle. My strategy is grace. My outcome is overflow. Divine favor surrounds me like a shield. Unexpected blessings track me down. Overflow is my new normal under grace. And so it is. I dissolve every limitation. I accelerate every blessing. Every God-aligned desire manifests in perfect timing. Oh, every attack fails, every plot crumbles, every trap is transformed into a testimony of victory. Ooh, my flow is unbreakable, protected, consistent, and perpetually fruitful under grace. Financial favor finds me swiftly. What I have multiplies, doors open before I approach. Unexpected increase and blessings are chasing me down. Overflow is my portion. Financial freedom is my present reality. Debts dissolve, streams of income converge. Peace governs my finances. This week submits to divine order. Opportunity greets me at dawn. Favor is my constant companion. Results manifest rapidly. Doors of abundance are open. I step through with unwavering confidence, faith, and bold expectation. Every closed door shows me the better one. Every delay clarifies my direction. Every blessing meets me under grace. Money, favor, and opportunity circulate freely in my life. Never blocked, always multiplying, eternally overflow. I receive this now in grace with gratitude, and so it is.
Let me partner with you as you walk through this next chapter of your life. Let us unpack the blocks, the blind spots together and get to the next level, your divine purpose in this season. Let's help you shed the weight that distracts from you living in fulfillment. Meet me in my healing space. Confirm with me today. Hi, I'm Iris, founder of Center of Empowerment. I empower, MEANT, inner power purpose. People ask me, why is it spelled that way? That's because we're very intentional and committed about building bridges of hope that goes beyond solutions for families and individuals that are in transition. And we do this by impacting the 4 pillars of life: inner power, purpose. As many of you know, that we are committed to leaving a legacy that will live way beyond Iris, okay? And so we need your help. We need your help as a peer group support leader for our Love Group sessions that are held every Saturday. Healthy, safe, brave community spaces for connection, care, and shared healing. This is not therapy. This is love in action. And so we're calling on all compassionate volunteers for just 1 hour on Saturday to lead our support groups. You might be thinking, I'm not ready for that. I'm still grieving myself. I'm still going through the battles of being a caregiver. You're the perfect person. What you will find in you sharing and being your authentic self, that it not only impacts others, it will impact yourself. So the role of a volunteer for the Love Group session, peer group supports leader, is to help create emotionally safe spaces, offer compassionate listening, support guided group dialogue, and uphold confidentiality. It's just that simple. And another nugget, We don't throw you out there by yourself. We partner with you until you're comfortable, until you get your rhythm and how to lead the support group. So make sure you click that QR code that's right there. I believe it's at the right of your screen or maybe the left, but it's a QR code. If you scan it, it will take you directly to the application. Who should apply? Empathetic, reliable, heart-centered. All backgrounds are welcome. Experience is helpful, but is not required because we are going to train you and teach you in the Coin PM Center of Empowerment System, the way we do it, okay? Blessings, and I hope to see you partner with us. Are you ready to serve? Come on, sign up and volunteer today for the peer group support leader. My mic was muted. That's it. That's all. Thank you again for joining me on week 3. We will be back with week 4. Make sure you're checking your emails. I'm sending out the follow-ups. Sit with. This is the question that you're sitting with. What am I holding that no longer belongs to me? What am I holding that no longer belongs to me? Okay? And we'll see you on next week, if not before. Blessings. Until next time.